Hey guys, it's KB5 MIQ Big Boy on the second take of this video, so y'all bear with me here a second. Old Ham Radio Cat's right up here in the big middle of everything like she usually is. Hey guys, I want to go over a couple things, and I got a subject we're going to talk about tonight. KE8 ODY Chris, that's her second winner from the other day. I apologize for being late with your book. I got it Friday. I also apologize for the email mix-up. I just wanted to be sure I had the right email and the right person here, because I'm going to tell y'all about something that happened on this last giveaway. But your book's going out Monday. And KD9YSW Chris, thanks for the shout out on Instagram and X. And I'll have your picture in here of the winner pick. And he got his book Friday, so that's great. Guys, I had a little something happen last week, and I hope it was I think it was an honest mistake. And Chris from the Philippines, if you're listening, I apologize, but I want to try to explain something on how I do these drawings. I don't have a fancy computer way of doing drawings. I still draw out of a hat. And we only had 2 interests on that last giveaway for a book, and I limited it to text. I decided to do both of them, give them both a book, and that's what we're going to do. Well, the morning after the video broke, I had an email from a guy saying he had won, and it wasn't one of the winners. So let me clarify something with everybody on how you'll be contacted and how I want you to enter all my drawings. First off, how to enter. You've got to send me an email. Put in the subject matter, drawing, contest, hey big boy, hey Ham Radio Cat, something catch my eye, but that's how you enter my contest. With an email, and I will try to respond. I usually respond to everyone, say I got you entered, and I'll write in a log book down here and put everybody in. If it's big enough to have a drawing, I will give everybody a ticket and I'll draw. But since I'm now a YouTube creator, monetized channel, I hadn't got my first check yet, by the way, I have to set a premiere time on my videos. Used to, before I got to be a creator, when I upload it went live. Now none of my videos go live till midnight Saturday night. So if I've had a drawing in a video, I've already contacted the winners via email long before the video ever goes live. So if you don't get an email from me saying you're a winner, then you didn't win. I apologize for any mix-up. I hope that hope it was just an honest mistake, and hope wasn't nothing going on with a scam. That's one reason I wanted to be sure on that second winner's email and name before I send anything out. We've got all that confirmed, and I will be getting that out Monday. Guys, we're at 1489 and 1,500 subscribers. We're going to give away that dual band talkie that Broken Circuit Ranch sponsored with. So we're going to be doing that hopefully here in the next week or so, as soon as we hit 1,500 subscribers. Guys, I would like to try another something on my channel, and we'll see how it works out. I would like to maybe do a mailbag video, say once a week or every other week or something. So if you guys got any questions you want to ask me, shoot me an email. My email's on the QRZ page. I'll put it in the description of this video. And put in the subject matter of that email, mailbag. I'll look through them, read them, pick out what I think is the best questions, and I'll do a video on them. Hopefully I get enough responses I can do one at least every other week, or maybe once a month. But if you want me to help me try that, shoot me some questions and put on the subject matter of the email, mailbag question, or mailbag, that's fine. And we'll see what we can do with that. I'd like to add a little something else to the channel. I enjoy doing this. And we'll keep doing it as long as y'all keep subscribing and liking and interacting with me the way you do. I love talking to you guys and comments, especially get to meet y'all in person at a ham show or something. I really enjoy that. All right. I had planned to do another MFJ review today, but it cost, was going to have to do a little antenna work to do it, and every time I got ready to get out there and mess with it, I've got a lightning alert on my phone. It's been kind of stormy and rainy here all day, so that's going to have to wait for another day. But we're going to talk about, I've talked a lot on trying to help new guys get a radio. Used or new radios if you can afford it, but look, a lot of guys won't use stuff, and that's fine. Now, there's several different ways. I've talked to y'all numerous ways about how to do that, and my suggestion has always been, if you don't have an Elmer that you can trust to help you pick out a working radio, just call Richard at MTC. Everything he's got used, he will have posted if it's got a 30-day warranty on it, and most of his used gear does. Even if you had to pay a little more than you might make a deal at a ham fest, you're not going to get a 30-day warranty at a ham fest. So that's my best suggestion. But if you're wanting to just learn the history of different types of radios, models, brands, every piece of equipment that's normally used in ham radio, and I'm talking antennas, amplifiers, coax, books, receivers, microphones, every piece of equipment, power supplies, check out eham.net product reviews, and I'll put the link or address to it in the description of this video. You can read other people's experience with pieces of gear. If you look back on the 897 to 07, you probably find my review on that. It's a good way to, nothing else, just learn the history of a piece of gear. And not saying don't use that instead of researching yourself or getting an Elmer to help you, or just call Richard if you want to get some gear, but it's a good way to learn about gear. Guys, we're going to talk about something else, and I really don't know how to address this issue, but here's some post this guy put on social media. I'm 33. I've always known that ham radio was out there and thought it was cool since I used those cheap toy walkie-talkies as a child. It's just something I never pursued. Now that I'm older, I can afford the hobby, but what can I really do now? I live in southern state, but in the day of cell phones and Starlink, all you really need is power and you have access to the world. Well, he's right, as long as all that works. Now, this gets back to some of my military experience that I didn't like to see the military give up, and I don't like to see people in general give up. There's nothing wrong with technological advances in the world. I enjoy technology. Nothing wrong with it at all. But it seems like every time we get the new, latest, greatest thing, we just completely dump something else, even though it's worked since the beginning of time. Well, come on back up here, Cat. Even though it's worked since the beginning of time, we just dump it and forget about it. It's old, antique, we don't want to do that no more. Well, I brought this up in the military, one of the last conferences I attended, and it fell on deaf ears, and I'm sure this fell on deaf ears. Hey, Cat. All that stuff works fine, but it's all dependent upon a man-made piece of machinery. Be a satellite, a modem, internet cell tower, whatever. All that stuff will work and work fine, and you can do a lot with it as long as every piece of machinery in the system works. How many of you, here recently, AT&T had a major outage on sales across the country. How many of you was affected by that? All right. You just think about that. I'm not saying dump your cell phone and everybody go back to talkies, by no means. But don't forget that radio has always worked. In some form or fashion, you can figure out a way to get a signal out. There's nothing wrong with technology either. That's a hard argument with people today that are so dependent upon these cell phones and satellite internet, and I'm using Starlink internet myself now. Nothing wrong with it, but if it goes out, it goes out. You can't do nothing else with it. Best thing I think to sell people on amateur radio is talk about some of the cutting edge technology that ham radio is still bringing out to this day. A lot of it I haven't been able to do. A lot of it I've done since I've done this channel. FT8, one of them. Y'all seen my videos on FT8. I was a complete noob when it come to FT8. Same way the Logbook of the World. It's been around a while. It's a clunky website. And if you got me saying your website's clunky, you better look at it as clunky. If it hadn't been for Scott's Suburban DX, I would never got that going. So, technology's there in ham radio, a lot of modern technology that might draw people into it. Speaking of that, and y'all are going to say this is going to be good, I won a new open spot RF4, I believe that's what it's called, Pro 4 or something. I've got the box here, but that's it. Shark RF open spot. I've got, courtesy of Broken Circuit Ranch, K1ENT, Radio Oddity DMR talkie. I've been trying to set this up for 3 days. I haven't got it completely set up yet. Trying to set it up on Fusion. I found out the DMR, you got to have a DMR ID, and I've applied for that and hadn't got it yet. I got KI5NHC out of the Texarkana Club, Greg, the vice president. He's helping me set this up. I actually made some headway today. I got it all set up. I didn't get any warnings on the app that anything was wrong, and it said it was connected. I didn't have no idea what I was connected to. I was still getting a warning on the radio. But I'm getting closer with it. But this kind of things that people get interested. Well, I understand this open spot thing. You can connect it to your cell phone hotspot and take your talkie with you and talk to DMR or Fusion anywhere you want to in the U.S. Near as I can tell, I'm not an expert on it. There's a lot better videos out there than I can do on it. But I'll keep y'all updated on my progress with it. So, but it's interesting. Thanks to Four States Club, I was able to win that at our monthly raffle. So, something I was able to get down there, and I'm going to try to learn how to use it and hopefully do a little better video on it in the future. But feel pretty confident in no more ability than I've got with stuff like that, and I've got as far as I've got with it. So I've got one little thing out of whack. I'm sure Greg can help me tomorrow if we get a chance to talk about it. Well, guys, that's all I can about think of right now. We've got several more Ham Fests coming up. The 2 quickest ones coming up is Emory, April 27th, and Four States, May the 11th. And I'm going to have all the slides on those all the way through Shreveport in August after the, at the end of this video. We're still going to do that giveaway at 1,500. Hopefully, maybe I can start it next week if I get enough subscribers this week. Thanks again, everybody who subscribed to the channel. Y'all remember Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas. Richard's got his first shipment of expert amps in. We got a lot of used gear on the list, and he has bought some really big estates of really clean used gear, or gear that's just never been used by anybody, still in the boxes. Y'all be sure to check it out. Got some more MFJ reviews coming up. Thanks again, everybody who likes to listen to me and old Ham Radio Cat here. It's KB5MIQ 73.